Bonnie Deutsch, or Mamer as I call her, meaning my mother in Hebrew, is my grandmother who lives in Dayton, Ohio, where she grew up, raised a family, and is still working in the medical field today. She is a grandmother to 3 children, myself, my little brother Andy, and my older brother Elliot. She is a hard-working, dedicated woman who puts her 110% into everything that she does. She was a proud owner of a beauty shop called Gatsby's for years, and then moved on to the medical field, where she is still passionately involved today. When I asked my grandmother to name 2 instances in her life that impacted her today, her responses were immediate: my dad's death and my marriage. When speaking on her father's death, she said, quote, "I was 15 when my dad passed. He had a blood clot in his thigh that we did not know about, and he passed suddenly." My grandmother had much to say about this. Most people shut down at this point in their lives, but she decided to live her life just as her dad did, which was outwardly. She said that all too often we are too scared to put ourselves out, but we would be so surprised with just how beneficial it really is. She says that this world is all too concerned with what someone is doing and what they look like doing it, rather than being authentic and making relationships among everyone. She says that relationship equals happiness. The more I talk about my daddy's death, the more I realize that so many people were going through the exact same thing, or, with that, have gone through the same things. We are designed to live in community, and the more the shoulders that we have to lean on, the better. The next response that my grandmother told me of something that impacted her life was about her marriage. She was 29 when she married, and the date was May 11th. She told me that marriage made me realize what is so important in my life: family. She told me that as a young woman, she was not at all family-oriented. She said that she would say that it was after her dad's death she became withdrawn from family because she was so invested into her career. Quote, "My husband has had the best family. His life revolved around family, so naturally I was immersed into the, quote, family scene. I learned that the ones who are always going to be there, next to your side, through the good and the ugly, is your family. I would also have to say that everyone should have babies. Lots and lots of babies. And with this, though, wait until the time is right. I would have to say that I found God in my family. I was not raised in a Jewish home, but once I married, I learned that God is love and family is love. So I found God and love in my family." I had no idea that this interview would be so beneficial to me. I had received so many truths, and maybe my Mamera was right. We should open ourselves to be vulnerable with one another, and you never know who you may benefit in the process. And also, maybe I should have lots and lots of babies.